Today we're unpacking a fascinating conversation that's equal parts thought-provoking, urgent, and downright eye-opening. It's all about the state of America post-election, the importance of decentralization, and why survival preparedness isn't just for doomsday preppers anymore. Buckle up, because this one's a ride. So, let's set the stage. The interview we're diving into today features Seth Holehouse from Man in America, and he's sitting down with Mike Adams and Todd Pitner from Decentralized TV. The conversation kicks off with a reflection on the recent election. Trump's win, the relief some feel, and the caution that comes with it. But here's the twist. This isn't just about politics. It's about survival, self-sufficiency, and the looming chaos that could force us to rethink how we live. Right out of the gate, Mike makes a critical point. Decentralization isn't just about who's in power. It's about dismantling the system itself, putting power back into the hands of the people. And Seth echoes this sentiment, but with a warning. Don't get too comfortable. Just because Trump won doesn't mean the storm is past. In fact, Seth's spidey senses are tingling. He calls this moment the calm before the storm, and he's not alone in feeling that way. Seth paints a vivid picture of what's at stake. He talks about the battle between good and evil, the cabal versus we the people, and the reality that the fight isn't over. He's not just talking about political battles. He's talking about survival. And here's where it gets real. Seth warns against the complacency that could come with a Trump victory. People might think, oh, we're safe now. I don't need to stockpile food or prepare for the worst. But Seth says that's a dangerous mindset. The war isn't over, and the stakes are higher than ever. Now let's talk about decentralization. Seth is a homesteader, an off-grid living advocate, and a guy who's all about self-sufficiency. He's not just talking the talk. He's walking the walk. He's building chicken coops, growing his own food, and preparing for the worst, while hoping for the best. And he's not alone. Mike and Todd are right there with him, emphasizing the importance of being ready for anything, whether it's a supply chain collapse, civil unrest, or even a full-blown civil war. But here's the kicker. Decentralization isn't just about individual survival. It's about community. Seth talks about the importance of building relationships with your neighbors, creating a network of like-minded people who can band together when things go south. He's not just preparing his own homestead, he's preparing his entire community. And that's a game changer, because when the grid goes down, when the supply chains collapse, it's not just about how much food you have in your pantry, it's about who's got your back. And let's not forget the practical side of things. Seth shares some incredible tips for anyone looking to get started with preparedness. From growing your own food to building a chicken coop, and yes, even defending it from bears, he's got the know-how. But he also stresses the importance of skills. It's not enough to have the tools. You need to know how to use them. Whether it's boiling water without electricity or defending your property, these are skills that could mean the difference between life and death. But here's the thing. Preparedness isn't just for the rural homesteaders. Seth has a message for the single mom living in a city apartment, the suburban family in an HOA community, and everyone in between. You don't need 10 acres of land to start preparing. You can start small, learn skills, build relationships, and make a plan. Because when the storm hits, it's not going to matter how much money you have in the bank. It's going to matter how prepared you are. And let's talk about the elephant in the room. The potential for civil conflict. Seth and Mike both warn that we could see a scenario where states refuse to recognize Trump as president, leading to a breakdown of the union. It's a chilling thought, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. And if that happens, decentralization won't just be a choice, it'll be a necessity. So, what's the takeaway from all of this? First, don't get complacent. Just because the election went one way doesn't mean the fight is over. Second, start preparing. Whether it's stocking up on food, learning new skills, or building a community. And third, remember that decentralization isn't just about politics. It's about taking control of your life and your future. Seth Holehouse's message is clear. We're living in the days of Noah. The storm is coming, and we need to be ready. But here's the good news. We're not alone. There's a growing movement of people who are waking up, taking action, and preparing for whatever comes next. And if we band together, we can not only survive, we can thrive. So, Bright Learners, what do you think? Are you ready to take the first step toward decentralization and preparedness? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to check out Seth's website, Man in America, and his book, Prep Like Noah. Until next time, stay curious, stay prepared, and stay bright.
This has been a BrightLearn.ai summary of an interview between Seth Holehouse and decentralized TV hosts Mike Adams and Todd Pitner on November 8, 2024. The full interview is available at brighteon.com, where you can also find podcasts and special reports by Mike Adams and other creators. Visit naturalnews.com for full editorial coverage of this interview and breaking news on critical stories that will keep you informed and aware of what's really going on.